Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Mitch and welcome to this YouTube channel. Alright, today I'm going to talk to you about psychedelics and, more importantly, the integration that goes on post-psychedelic experience. So, in today's day and age, I think we all know that psychedelics is more than just the 60s throwback, and we know that psychedelics have made their way into scientific circles and that there is a lot of research going on for the positive effects of psychedelic use. The benefits: healing depression, anxiety, trauma, greater insight, you can access different parts of your mind, expand your mind, an excellent tool for developing a greater relationship with your spiritual side, spiritual growth. The list goes on. But we talk about these as a finished product a lot of the time. And a big blind spot needs to be addressed is what happens after that experience. The experience itself can give you access to all of these different things, can feel healing in the moment, but this is just the fireworks. It looks and feels great at the time, but you're accessing a great part of yourself, a great part of often the collective conscious, the collective unconscious. You're accessing this, but it's what you do with that, and it's giving you all these downloads, all this information, but what are you going to do after the experience? And that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm going to help you ground a lot of the lessons that you will get. You will get these from a psychedelic experience if done correctly. And I hope that all of these tips, I hope you use them, take them on board. If you have anything in mind that is not on this list that works for you, excellent. But I hope these help you. Now, there's many different ways to integrate the psychedelic experience. This is very important to do, especially if you've had a powerful or a somewhat of a life-changing experience. Something that if it was very difficult, very challenging, sometimes we face unpleasant emotions, traumas, memories. We get greater insight into the negative behavior patterns that we have in life. We're faced with a lot of often psychedelics can show us a mirror to our shadow. So if you want to not just have a terrible experience and then say, never again, that was terrible, it's important to integrate what was shown to you, because what was shown to you was, and it's important to know this, it was a representation, a manifestation of what was inside your mind, what was inside of you. And if you don't integrate correctly, it can often prolong the negative emotions that you may feel afterwards. Okay? So, number one, this is often done, you'll find most people will do this post-experience to remember the cliff notes of what they got out of the experience, and that is journaling. Journaling, and I'm not telling you to go and write War and Peace by Tolstoy. What I'm telling you to write is a couple of dot points. You'll often get key messages, you'll get takeaways from the experience, and it's important to just sit with that, and there'll be something for you to take away from the experience. I don't know what it is. It'll be unique to everyone. Even if it's completely traumatic, there may be one or two key points, and that's what I'd like you to write down, just some dot points, and don't go and turn it into a book, because a lot of these points and insights, you often can't put them into words. Okay? So that's number one. Just write a couple of dot points. Number two, try not to talk about this. Try not to talk about the experience with everyone you meet. Now, we've all done it. We've all done it where after your psychedelic experience, you want to go and talk about it with everyone in the tri-state area and tell them how amazing your psychedelic experience was, and that you're now the next coming of Jesus, and you're so much more spiritual than everyone else. But I want you to just take a step back, this experience was for you. It was unique to you. You're going to sound, the chances are you're probably going to sound somewhat crazy to people when you talk about this. There is a lot of power in your experience. There's a lot of important information and takeaways that are unique to you. So don't go and talk about this to everyone. Don't go and talk about this to your family. You know, if you want to raise it, bring it up in conversation, but don't go and become the next advocate for psychedelics just because you had an amazing experience. Okay. Number 3, extremely important, is get back in your body. These experiences will take you up into the higher chakras. They'll take you way up here. It's important to you're going to try and bring that energy back down. So whether it's exercise, just through any walking, running, martial arts, whatever, go for a walk, even that can help. But it's important to get back into your body. It's important to embody the lessons that you're getting from the experience, and you can't do that if it's all still concepts up here. You might have all this knowledge, but it's important to bring that knowledge back down into reality and ground it. Huge. I see this all the time. People do their psychedelic experience, but they don't. They leave it all as a concept. That's just like reading a bunch of books and doing nothing about it. What you want to do is you want to get the knowledge and you want to bring it back into your everyday life. All right, number 4, do something nice for yourself. Don't even if it was a traumatic experience and you feel like you feel like you can't get away from the experience, you can't do it, you can't move on, you don't know what to do, you're having an existential crisis for whatever reason, just be kind to yourself. Go and get a massage, make sure you're exercising, eat a nice meal, do something nice for yourself. I don't know what that is for you, but do it. It's important. It shows self-love, it shows self-respect. It shows that you're willing to honor yourself. Okay? Number 5, get into nature. Like the exercise and all of these things are meant to ground the experience. Getting into nature is key to bringing the experience back. What it will do is it will bring you back, much like the grounding of the exercise. It's having a walk on the earth, or just getting your bare feet out there. It really does bring you back into the here and now, and will help in the grounding and integration post-experience. All right, number 6, eat some grounding foods. Foods have energetic frequency to them. Now, if you eat root vegetables are very grounding. And eat some meat. I don't know if you're vegetarian, vegan, whatever, but meats can also be grounding. If that's your way, don't eat meat. Eat some root vegetables, also grounding. Good tip. This one is very important. Don't go and hang out with losers past experience. And what I mean is, you've gone into ceremony, you've gone into this experience, you've discovered all these insights, but what you're going to do is you're going to go back to your everyday life and you're going to hang out with your same group of friends and say you don't have a good supportive group of friends, or you've got certain people in your life. It might be time to cut those people loose. Because if you go back to the exact same people that you were hanging out with, or the exact same negative structure that you had around yourself, those lessons are gonna, say the lessons that you got were all about changing certain parts of your life, it could have, the message could have been to become better through getting new friends or something like that. It's if you had those negative structures, it's going to be extremely difficult to ground those lessons. So my recommendation is, you've probably done this in a ceremony or something like that with a group of people, is exchange numbers just before you leave, and you can talk about the experience with these people. They don't need to be crazy, new agey, they don't need to be talking spirituality all the time, but the fact that these people can relate to you, it's it's very important for the integration process to talk about this with like-minded people. Lifestyle changes. Lifestyle changes is huge. You'll probably go into ceremony and it's almost guaranteed, because you're there for a reason, you had an intention. It's almost guaranteed that the medicine will show you what you need to do to change your lifestyle. I suggest taking the lifestyle changes, or taking the knowledge that you got and turning them into habits. Try and enforce a habit after ceremony. If the message was to stop smoking, I don't know, I'm sure you probably tried this before, but try and stop smoking. If it was to change I have had it where the medicine has given me the message to change my diet. I did this. It's important you have a small window post ceremony where your brain is more malleable. This is the time to make those lifestyle changes. It might even be to cut toxic people out of your life. That's a lifestyle change. I suggest that you do it. Okay, this is a huge one. It's not so much it is an integration tip, but it's not so much a practice, but make sure you have integrated the experience fully before you go back in for the next time. I see a lot of people, that seems like they're doing psychedelics almost every weekend, but they're not bringing that knowledge back down into the now. So you'll find these people will go back in for ceremony, but their life is still a shit show. That's not what we want. What we want is to bring this back into our everyday life, make our life better, become more of a self-actualized person. Okay, next one. You need to be wary of ego inflation. What you'll find is you'll do these experiences and you'll get all this wisdom, and you'll find yourself thinking that you're better than others, finding that you think that you might be more of a spiritual being, Just calm down. You're still a human like everyone else. Just remember that, okay? All right, and the last one is, it's important for you to walk the talk. You have experienced something amazing. These medicines are absolutely amazing. But I don't want you to go home and tell everyone else about this, tell everyone else what they need to do, how, you've learnt these lessons for you. This is unique for you. Take responsibility, take action. I want you to walk the lessons that you learnt. I want you to be the example. I don't want you to talk to others and tell them to do it. You need to be the example for others in your life. Be a leader. Be an adult. And that's all I've got. I hope you can come back to it. You might have had a difficult experience, and I hope you can come back to this video. And I hope use one of these practices. They will help bring you back into the now post-psychedelic experience. Okay, if you've enjoyed watching this, please subscribe. Please watch my other videos. Alright, thank you very much. Bye.